Feeling socially awkward? Well, in this video, I'm going to give you 4 tips to help you regain your confidence instead of feeling like a big freakazoid. Sit tight. So have you ever felt so confident one day, really on your game? You're able to deal with difficult scenarios very easily, everything goes smoothly in your world, and you feel like you can just take on anything. And then the next day you wake up and you feel like an insecure little mouse who can't talk to people, who is in your head, who feels like everybody is judging you. Do you ever get that? Is that weird? It's like something throws us off our game, or we default back into this insecure mode. Is it the universe? You know, we all know that the cosmic cosmos has an effect on us. What is it about that? It's like something triggers us and puts us back into this very guarded, frightened mode. But just yesterday, I felt so confident. I felt like I could take on anything. It's really annoying, and now I feel socially awkward and I can't talk to people. Well, in this video, I'm going to give you 4 tips to help you regain your confidence when stuff like this happens, because I've felt this, believe me, where I feel like everything goes right. I feel like a powerhouse. And then the next day I wake up and I'm like, it's all gone. It's like somebody sucked out all the confidence from me. Tip number 1 is to get the energy away from your head back into your body. So a lot of times when we feel very insecure and exposed and vulnerable, it's kind of, we're in a fight or flight type of mode, or we're shallow breathing and we think about it too much that we can't breathe and we end up having a panic attack or something in some cases. But most of the time we want to move the energy back from here into our body. So however that looks like for you, whether you meditate, going for a walk in nature, journaling, deep breathing, a lot of times we're just unaware of how we're breathing, and we need to give ourselves a little reset. So maybe it's taking 5 minutes to reset yourself. Because a lot of times we get in our head and we're around people and we feel socially awkward around people, we can't talk to people, and we're just, you know, it's just, we're internalizing everything and feeling judged, like I said, but we never give ourselves like that little break to reset, to breathe, because it's just kind of like spiraling out of control. So if we can bring the awareness back into our body, it's going to help kind of bring out that protective barrier again, instead of feeling so vulnerable and exposed to people. Number 2, do an internal icebreaker. So what I mean is doing something off the cuff, something random. It's almost like in a movie when the director yells, "Cut!" We're gonna cut the scene, okay? In this case, we're gonna break the energetic mold that you're stuck in when you're feeling this way around people. And it could be anything, just randomly smiling, dancing, skipping, something just out of the ordinary. And I know this sounds really stupid and really silly, and you might think, well, aren't I gonna be judged even more? What I want you to do is break this cycle, break the mold, like I said, because oftentimes we're following like a movie script in our lives, and the energy is just kind of going this one way. But if we can be that director and yell, "Cut," and do something off the cuff, smiling when you're not supposed to be smiling, something to just break, you know, that's what icebreaker is for, essentially, when you're with other people, to make you more comfortable. Sometimes using humor, making yourself laugh, stuff like that really can help break this kind of awkward energy between you and another person. I just say try it and see if it works for you. Number 3, turn your attention away from yourself onto the other person. Now I know this kind of contradicts number 1 a little bit, where I said, well, you know, put the awareness back into your body. But this is a tip that Often we get in our heads when we're with people thinking that everybody's judging us, no matter if they are, if they're not, But putting the attention on the other person and trying to put yourself in that person's shoes, or trying to look at the other person's insecurities and vulnerabilities, if I could say that, and realize that other people may be feeling the same way. It's kind of like that where they say, if you're giving a public speech, picture everybody naked, blah, blah, blah. It's kind of the same thing. You're kind of looking at other people's vulnerabilities. Oh my God, I can't say that. And insecurities instead of your own. Not that I want you to think that other people are all flawed and stuff like that, but this can help transfer the energy from yourself onto somebody else. And this human connection, realizing that the other person is not, like, you're not down here, this little tiny mouse, and the other person's not up here. No, you're both kind of on the same wavelength, and you can relate better to that person, and this can definitely help. And number 4, use the power of visualization to unlock your hidden superpowers. So pretend you're in a video game. And in video games where your character has certain power-up moves and stuff in certain cases. So pretend you're a character in your own video game and you are unlocking your power-up move. What is your hidden move? What is that hidden gem or the hidden strengths inside of you? Instead of focusing on your character being flawed, you're never going to get through the game, right? So you have to unlock or unleash the hidden potential, the hidden secret moves. What are you good at? Okay, are you a good listener? Are you patient? Do you make other people laugh? Do you make other people feel comfortable? You want to focus on those things in your life instead of your vulnerabilities, I guess you could say, right? Because that's not going to help your character win the video game. So you can use visualization techniques and create little scenarios in your head to really help you. Pretend that your character is striking like a power pose or something, right? And then they start getting all energy or something or surrounding them, like an energetic bubble creates around them. So you can use silly things like this to really help you. And I know a lot of it sounds dumb, but it can definitely help. I mean, the imagination and the brain is so good at creating scenarios and creating, all those things that make you feel awkward around people, but you can also use it for your benefit, to your advantage, and use it as a power-up move. That's your secret move, right? You have this ability to imagine and create things and really unleash your own hidden powers and that you didn't even know that you had. So when you feel socially awkward with people, we're just in our head about it, right? And we're usually thinking about, I felt so confident, yesterday, and today I feel, crappy. Well, don't focus on that. Focus on your strengths, okay? Focus on, what hidden move are you going to pull out today to help somebody or communicate with somebody and get on the same wavelength with somebody, because nobody is above you, nobody is below you. We're all human and we're all in this together. And everybody has ebbs and flows in how they feel on a day-to-day basis. And a lot of things can affect that, right? We're triggered by a lot of things on our day-to-day. But these are just some secret moves or secret tips, not so secret tips, that you can have in just your back pocket, okay? And a lot of it is taking those little reset breaks and being aware of how you're breathing and being aware of, what stories are playing in your head, and is that just habitual stories playing in your head, or is it the truth, right? Because you have a lot of strengths, you have a lot of things about you that people love. You just are focusing on those things that make you feel exposed in a sort of way. So let's balance that out a little bit. So anyway, I hope you found this helpful. I hope you try some of these things out, even though they can be You know, silly like I said. But anyway, hit that like button, subscribe. I put out new videos every single week on all kinds of topics for you, from Chinese medicine to self-cultivation, self-empowerment type stuff. So have a great day. I will see you on the next video. Peace.